Hey everyone, it's Jimmy at SurvAid, and in this video we'll just do a quick overview of the PGM area of the SurvAid web portal. Okay, so this is how the portal will look if you created your account and went through the onboarding flow and chose PGM as your preferred data type. It puts some dummy data in here so you can have a look around and see how things look on the website of things without having to upload something from the app first. So everything in SurvAid is organised by job number. When you log in, this is the screen that you come to. It's the top one on the navigation on the left. Job numbers are created on the apps, so every time somebody puts a new job number in there and exports something, that number will appear in this list. There's a little search box up here where you can narrow things down to get to the job number that you want quickly. If I click on one of these, then we will come down a level, as it were, and see all the PGMs for this particular job 0001. Now, across the top of the view here, there's 5 different tabs to navigate around. The first one we're in is data, and that shows a list of all the PGMs in there. If I click on map, and then we can see the PGMs displayed on a map instead, and we can either click on one of these rows in the table, or we can go and click on one of these map markers, but either way it'll bring us to a detail view where we can see all the information about that particular PGM. So up at the top left we've got details about who installed it, the location, coordinates, that sort of thing. Up here at the right we can see the photographs that have been uploaded for this particular PGM. You can click on them to double check them and see how they're looking, and as we scroll down then we've got a map that will come from the app as well, and a location sketch. Now, if any of these need to be updated after it's been uploaded, then we can click on this edit button and everything becomes editable. You can type different information in there. You can change that map location by dragging it around. If you want to upload your own photographs or your own location sketch or diagram, then you can do that in here as well. Once you've done all that and you've got everything looking how you want it to look, you can use these buttons here to choose a template for the PDF. So let's do a network rail one, and it will generate a PDF witness diagram for you. And there we go. Simple as that, really. So you can see that's produced all that information there in the network rail template that we've got built in. There's Environment Agency ones in there, some generic ones, and we can put your own custom options in there as well if needs be. So if I come out of here, the rest of these tabs, batch update is if there's a particular data field, usually the project name or location name or something like that, that needs to be the same across every PGM in this job. Sometimes it can vary if there's multiple surveyors out working on the same job. You can add that in here, and once you click save, every PGM in that job will have that field whatever you enter in this view here. You can import a CSV file of coordinates that you obtain from the total station. So you can get the GPS coordinates from the device, but more often than not, eastings, northings, levels, that sort of thing come from a total station. So you can export the information from there into a CSV file, import it into here, and it'll match up by these PGM IDs. And then finally, rather than exporting the PDFs individually from the detail view that we looked at, you can choose any or all of the PGM IDs that you want to export, and then similarly you choose which template you want from here. And when you do a batch export, you get a choice. You can either do one big PDF with a page per PGM, or you can do individual ones, which creates a zip file with individual PDFs by PGM ID for each one that you export. So the choice is yours, whichever format that you want to create the PDF in. You get a message up at the top that gives you a progress update and lets you know when the PDF's there. And that is essentially it for catching up with the data that's been uploaded, looking at it, editing it and exporting it. Down the left hand side here, jobs is where we started off from. There's a map where you can enter a postcode or a place name to search through all the data that you've got in there. which is quite handy if you've got to go back to site, or you know there's some control somewhere but you can't remember the job number off the top of your head. If you are an administrator, you can invite other members to set up SurvAid accounts and be part of your company, and this lets them log into this portal and upload data from apps as well. This is company details, which is self-explanatory. Companies that have accounts in SurvAid can transfer data between each other if needs be, which can be useful if you subcontract work out, things like that. So you can set that up in here. There's more videos and help articles that cover that in more detail. Billing, if you decide to upgrade to a paid plan, this is where you start that journey, and then once you have upgraded, you can see things like usage statistics, historical invoices, breakdowns of the number of exports per job number and things like that, which is all useful. And then you've got a profile page, which is where you can change your password, add more details like your phone number and things like that as well. So that pretty much covers off the PGM area of SurvAid. Hope that was helpful. Any questions, just get in touch. There's lots of help articles in our help centre and other videos on the YouTube channel, which will all be linked in the description below. So I hope that was useful, and happy surveying.